Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Hoey, and today we're going to be talking about a special kind of story called fables. Fables are a short story with talking animals that have a moral. Let's talk more about that word moral. A moral is a lesson about what is right and what is wrong. Morals are important because they help you know how you should act when you're not sure what to do. You may have already heard of some fables before, and maybe even you know some morals, so let's go over some examples. The first example is the tortoise and the hare, and that moral teaches us that slow and steady wins the race. Our next example is the boy who cried wolf. That moral teaches us you should always be honest. My last example is a fable called The Moth and the Butterfly. That moral teaches us beauty is only skin deep. Now, I'm going to give you another example. I'm going to read a whole fable. I'm going to read to you The Ant and the Grasshopper, and we're going to talk about the moral. So let's listen to my story. In a field one summer's day, a grasshopper was chirping, singing, and hopping about for fun. An ant passed by carrying an ear of corn back to his nest. "Why not come and chat with me?" said the grasshopper, "instead of doing all that work." "I am helping to store up food for the winter," said the ant, "and I suggest you do the same." "Why bother about winter?" said the grasshopper. "We have got plenty of food at the moment." The ant went on its way and continued its work. When the winter came, the grasshopper had no food and was dying of hunger. The ant, however, had plenty of food to last all through the winter from his hard work in the summer. Then the grasshopper knew it is best to be prepared. So we're going to pause there and pay attention to that last sentence. It is best to be prepared. That is the moral of this fable. So we're going to talk about how we can provide text evidence when talking about the moral. And that kind of sounds tricky, but it's really not. It's just showing how you know. So let's review. The moral of The Ant and the Grasshopper was, it is best to be prepared. So that just means we have to ask ourselves, what happens in the story that proves that the moral is true? So, that just means I have to think back to the story and think about what happens that shows it's best to be prepared. Well, I know that the ant worked hard all summer to prepare and collect food for winter. The grasshopper did not collect food. When winter came, the ant was prepared and had food, and the grasshopper was not prepared and had no food. So these sentences are showing how you know that the moral is true. It's showing examples from the text that we just read that are showing your work. Let's do one more example. I'm going to read you the fable called The Two Crabs, only this time they're not going to tell us the moral, so we need to figure it out ourselves. So let's listen to The Two Crabs. One fine day, two crabs came out from their home to take a stroll on the sand. "Child," said the mother, "your walk is very crooked. You should be walking straight forward without twisting from side to side." "Yes, mother," said the young one, "but please show me how. I have only been walking the same way you do." So that was a nice short story, and we need to think about what is the moral of that fable. So let's look at our examples. A, you should walk straight forward without twisting from side to side. B, you should always tell the truth. Or C, you should lead by example. Let's go over each one of these choices. Let's go over A. A, you should walk straight forward without twisting from side to side. Well, I remember reading that in the story, but that was what the mom was trying to teach her child. But it wasn't about right or wrong about behavior, it was just about walking. So I don't think that's right. Next is B. You should always tell the truth. Well, that's definitely an important moral, but this fable has nothing to do with telling the truth or being honest. So that cannot be the answer. Let's look at our last one. C. You should lead by example. This sounds pretty good. I was going to say, I think this one is the answer because when you're leading by example, you're showing someone who does not know what to do the right way to do things. In this story, the baby crab did not know how to walk the right way because the mama crab didn't teach it. So she has to teach her baby how to walk the right way. Okay, that is it for our fables. If you guys enjoy these fables, you can go on YouTube